Ladies and gentlemen, we have a long way to go. We've got a quorum. Let me start off with a report. Lot of commotion going on, and the normal run of office flus and all of that takes out staff. Randy was socked with a serious flu at the last meeting and actually had to stay in bed grumping the whole time about the issue, but we're glad he's back with us. And that's one of our problems. In terms of actual news, it's probably fair to say that since the last meeting, the vote of the House of Representatives on the Nunes Bill 1837 was probably the most interesting of all of the national transactions on water. Where it goes in the Senate is not entirely clear, and it is part of the regular California history of battles and wars and so on water. This month, there have been two hearings, informational hearings by the Senate Committee on Natural Resources and Water, chaired by Senator Pavley, and I've appeared at both. Don Natoli appeared at the last one. What day was it, Don? Tuesday? Tuesday morning. It's really an update on water issues. The first session was myself, Jerry Merrill, for the Bay Delta Conservation Plan discussion, and Executive Director of the Conservancy for the Conservancy discussion. That was about a 3-hour hearing, and the members were pretty focused and interested, and I noticed, since it was broadcast live, the staff picked up a tape of some of that, which you can see on the website. And then this Tuesday was a reaction hearing, and so a panel was put together, kicked off by Supervisor Natoli, representing the Delta Protection Commission, the Delta County Coalition. Followed then by Roger Patterson from Metropolitan Water District, followed by Barry Nelson from NRDC, and I'm missing David Nowie. David Nowie showed up, and he did a wonderful federal kind of thing by saying at the advice of counsel, he was putting in the following caveats that, as I kind of loosely interpreted it, whatever I say here is not a concession of interest in any litigation anywhere in the future, but merely kind of musings on my own. Now, that could be a wrong interpretation of his attorney. Did it sound like that to you?
I just heard part of it, as if he just put the qualifiers,
yeah.
So I did hear the qualifiers.
So after the panel made their presentation, then there was a public hearing, and about 25, 30 people gave testimony, the largest number of whom, as you might expect, were Delta residents and Delta local officials who are not happy with BDCP and not happy with us. Then I was called up to say whatever I wanted to in response, and Mark Cowan, the Director of Water Resources, was there too. Again, I think it's probably fair to summarize that most of the comments were directed at BDCP, but not all. So there you have it. That's a busy activity. I suspect more and more of those hearings will occur this year, particularly as the legislature leads up to either making a decision or not making a decision on the bond issue, and whether it stays on the ballot, goes on the 2014 ballot in its entirety, or is changed magically in some fashion. And that will have to happen, I believe. Well, Mr. Miller will tell it, but I think it's July or August sometime at the latest. At the latest. All right, that's what I've got. Mr. Executive Director.